Hello dear YouTuber friends, and I hope you're all keeping well. Welcome to this new video. It's back on SimFX by Parallel42. They've added a recent patch which adds things like contrails in the air, simulated contrails, which I think is fantastic. I want to show you a bit of that in this video. And also they've added some weather conditions as well. Or weather environment settings, presets, that type of thing. So I want to show you what they look like in this video as well. Towards the end of the video, I'll let you know my own experience of using SimFX over the past week. How have I found it, and is it still worth you getting? Okay, let's not dilly-dally. Let's get on with this video. Okay, so I'm in the Spitfire flying around Norway here. That may mean something to a lot of you. You know what we got set up at this point, the time of this video releasing, for our next around the world flight be Warbird Spitfires over Norway. I've got quite a fun flight, I hope, set up for you. Hopefully you'll get the details of that soon. But anyway, SimFX, I've got it on live weather. Maybe that's a good precedent there, just to show you the cloud formations and the way it looks. Just a quick thing here, if you SimFX will hopefully be releasing on the marketplace soon for both Xbox and PC aviators. It's not there currently, I don't believe. If you want this latest update, if you've got SimFX, go back to the place you bought it from, likely Parallel42 website, and download the latest version and replace the version you have in your community folder currently. It's only for PC at the time of making this video. But hopefully soon it'll be on the marketplace, and that'll be a thing of the past. You can just update it from the marketplace. A bridge! Bridges may feature in our flight, people. Am I going to make this one? Just want to try and fly under this one. I am in a Spitfire. Should be okay. Let me just scratch an itch here. Hopefully not crash the aircraft while doing that. Fine. But I've got to get back up in the air after that. Oh, yep. So there we go. So that's how you would install. Okay, let's show you some of these weather presets. So that's in live weather. The clouds look okay there, don't they? Yeah, interesting. Okay, let's show you the weather presets. I'll do it from the default toolbar. So I've got it on live weather, as you can see at the moment. Let's put... Oh, I don't know why it's going to... You can see here. Let's just... sorry, let me just put it on something other than that Crystal Lake thing. That was from a different... There you go, low fog. Well, that looks quite... That's Rex Accu season, but never mind. Okay, if you go to the weather tab here, you'll see some new... With the latest patch, new weather presets. You've got SimFX Cinematic, Cold, High Clouds, Rain, and Storm. So it's these 5 which have been added. That does look good, doesn't it? Gotta say now I'm distracted. Okay, but let's put it on SimFX Cinematic. Show you one or two of these weather presets. So there you go. I guess this would be for taking cinematic shots. You can see that contrail there. I'll come on to that later in this video. I guess this one would be for, yeah, taking cinematic shots. So you're flying around, you want a cinematic sky. I think it looks quite good, this one. I do quite like this one. Especially if you're flying around and you want to see a lot of the features on the ground. It's a good one for that. Go here again. Cold. Now you can imagine what this will give you. It'll give you a cold front with nice lighting. I've got to say, I do like that lighting around. That sort of almost like red-orange glow where the sun's trying to break through. There's a few cold weather presets, snowy weather presets in the sim already. This one is going to be one of my favourites for snowy weather now, I've got to say. I do like that. Okay, let's show you some more. Come on. You've got high clouds, you can imagine what that will give you. High clouds. So there you go, if you don't want any low clouds, obviously use the high cloud preset. Nothing too special about that preset. Let's just move on and quickly show you the others, just so you get a flavour. So SimFX rain, yeah, imagine what this will give you. Or guess what this will give you, rather. Rain. So if you want to see some of the features with SimFX, go and watch my original video. I did go over the features of the environmental effects. I'll come back to this in a moment. But some of the features of the environmental effects and that type of thing. This might be a good preset, and I think that's why they've included it, to test some of those features. And the last one I'll show you, if I can get my toolbar back, is Storm. Now this one, let's just put it on here. Oh, blimey, my aircraft's not liking that. So you got a storm there around. Now this can change. I had something very different a moment ago. I had broken clouds. That's interesting. It's given me a completely different environment. So this one does seem to be quite random. You will obviously get lightning and electric around you. What is going on with my aircraft there? It's not liking that whatsoever. I think lightning just took out my avionics there. So there you go, but it speaks for itself, that. And like I said, this can randomize, because it was very different. By that's atmospheric, isn't it? Probably not the type of presets you want for flying around mountains. But there you go. Ah, there's a bit of broken cloud there, so you can fly around and skirt around the storm. There's a few of these storm presets in the sim at the moment. And they're all pretty similar. There we go. We're getting into the broken cloud now, so we can see more. Look at that. Interesting. So if you want to test some of the environmental features of SimFX, or just get some kind of visual experience from your sim, you could choose one or two of these. Like I said, probably my favourite there would be, let's put it back again, the cinematic. I just quite like that one. It's just nice to see around the features of where you're flying around, and you do get some nice cloud formations as well. So nice they've added some weather presets there, and it's a good way, like I said, to test some of the features of the program itself. Okay, let me now show you the added contrails that came in with this patch. Okay, so as I'm flying around Heathrow Airport, this is live weather, by the way, people. Flying us on a day, we're having a few stunning days. I got massively sunburnt yesterday. Anyway, live weather, so clear skies. Let me show you the Contrails feature. I'll just active pause the sim, just so my Spitfire doesn't fly into the ground. Click on the icon. If you install SimFX, once again, it will go into your top bar up here, your top toolbar. So it's that icon. As you can see, it's got all the different things there. But let's click on the environment. This is the one I want to show you. And you've got contrails. So let's turn contrails on. You've got basically a couple of options, SimFX or off. And I've put infinite dynamic. But you do have AI traffic as well. Simulated traffic. Contrails simulated. Let's turn that on. Put it on many and put these on long, so you can change the different options. Lengths of them, of course, long, how many you want to see. I've put it on many, and the overall quality. Let's just see. Now, these seem to be quite random from what I've seen. Let me just get my Spitfire in a better configuration. When and the amount you see is fairly random. There they are. I was going to say, you have to search for them. Let me just active pause that so I'm not flying into the ground again. So there you go. Every now and again your flights, you'll just see these contrails in the sky. I mean, look, I've got live weather on. If I show you here, live weather. Let's just put it on, I don't know, partly cloudy. So even in partly cloudy conditions, you're still going to see them. Oh, you know, there's some cloud in the sky, you can still see them. You might have to, there you go, there's more coming that way now. Of course, I've got it on many, so that might be a bit unrealistic, but we are over London. I would say that's fairly realistic over London. And it just adds a bit more realism, doesn't it? It's the skies of Flight Sim now. You will see contrails in this part of the world for sure. There's many different flights. Oh, there's another one. So maybe I can tone that down a little bit, in fact. Just show you this. Oops, I don't need flow. I'll do it from the top toolbar, as many of you may be doing it this way. Environment. So if I go simulated traffic, contrails, the amount, let's put it on some. And there's still some around. It may take a moment to reflect. Yeah. So, you know, the amounts you have in the sky and the length of them, you can play around with that. I like it kind of on long contrails, and pretty much many of them in different parts of the world. If I'm flying in the middle of nowhere, you know, you don't want many contrails around. There may be a few, so I'll probably put it on a few contrails. So there you go. It's a nice little added feature and adding a bit of realism to the skies of Microsoft Flight Sim. Okay, listen chaps, let me now take you to my thoughts of using SimFX over the past few weeks. So how have I found SimFX over the past few weeks? Well, I've had it running in the background, which is exactly what it's meant to be doing. Just had it installed, run in the background, and when the environmental effects kick in, that's when you notice that it's doing exactly what it's meant to be doing. Running in the background, once you've got it installed, now you've got these added contrails, which I think is just fantastic. Just adds a bit more life and realism to the sim. But the other environmental effects, so in adverse weather, maybe when I'm flying airliners and you see some of the effects, go and watch my original review of SimFX. I've linked it down below in the description to give you a more thorough explanation of that. When they kick in and you see them, you think, oh, that's nice. What's happening there? Oh, yes, I have SimFX installed. At night time, you may be lucky to catch a shooting star, or if you have the auroras in live configuration, if you're flying in an area, you may even catch an aurora as well. It's just doing exactly what it's meant to be doing, and that's what I like. I just hope that it comes to the marketplace ASAP. It's out of Parallels 42 hands, and that's now over to Asobo to add it. Once it comes, I can believe a lot of Xboxers will jump on this, and I fully recommend it. It's not too expensive. Once you have it running in the background, just leave it going, and when you catch those environmental effects, just adds a bit of realism, a little bit of panache to the sim, which is never a bad thing, hey? So those are my thoughts, fully recommended. I showed you some of the features with this recent patch, which I really like. But do let me know your thoughts down below. Give the video a like if you've enjoyed it, subscribe for more. Come on that next around the world flights and get practicing in your Warbirds, your Spitfires and goodness knows what. And I'll catch you soon.